Hello, this is Will from JourneyToWallStreet.blogspot.com. I'm here for the trade reviews of May 1st, 2012. So, this is first day of the month and very interesting start. I didn't really do much off the open. I was trading pretty lightly today, but I did focus a lot on I would say educational trades, trying to really learn how to tape trade. And I thought it went okay, but let's go to the trades. So, one of the trades I was in was in Wells Fargo. So initially, I saw a 2 minute inside bar that I was trying to trade right here, but I thought I had pretty good risk versus reward because the bar itself was really small compared to the what the move would be. But as you can see, I got stopped out right there in a little wick. So had I did a better stop, then I would have been in a much stronger position. But I started off in a relatively big hole. But as soon as it came back, and I noticed kind of a 5 minute inside bar happening right there. So I got into a small position initially, just a position trade. Then I noticed there was a pullback here, and I got in with some more size. And eventually the trade kind of took off, and I took profits on the way up, and finally right there. So started off in a big hole, but came back nicely. Just a little wick got me out, but I still like that trade very much. So to me, financials was definitely in play, at least in the early morning. So for City, I started watching with this little pullback or inside bar up here, and I was kind of expecting a bigger push to the upside since financials was really strong, but that never happened, and I got stopped out right there. But I also treated this like a position trade and a Momo trade. So I had a position lot here, and once it broke above, I had a Momo lot. But with the Momo lot, I noticed that 85 kept selling, so I hit out some there and a little bit down there. So even though I failed on this trade and I had pretty decent size, I didn't lose as much as I could have because I made the trade while in this area. Another trade I was in was in Yum. This trade didn't work out at all, but I was just in a feeler lot. I got long one of his shares just within this range area, this wedge, and the wedge didn't work out, so I got stopped out. Not too big of a deal. It was just 100 shares. Now comes my tape trades. Well, sort of. So for this trade, it was more so a inside bar trade than a tape trade. If you look here, 15-minute inside bar and the potential risk versus reward, it's pretty nice for an inside bar. So we're looking at potentially your risk. What was it? 5. Yeah, that's pretty good risk versus reward. But it did not work. I didn't give it all the way down to my stop there because there was a uh, a clue on the tape that allowed me to get out much sooner than that. So I got out below that support line there. PBY. Um, this was a bit of a tape trade towards the end of the day. I miss I missed this move, but I noticed there was a ton of buying at the 60. So I tried to get in there, and instead of paying 60s, I actually paid 66s. And as soon as it broke through, it went to the 70s, but I didn't take the sale. I noticed that 66 had a large bid, so I hit out at 67, so I made $2 on this trade, even though it's nothing to be all grateful about. But it I don't know. It could have worked if it had some real follow through on this push, but it was mostly the fact that you're able to see that there was a buyer at 60, and then he was up higher, and then you can see that his bids went to 66. So instead of letting it tick all the way back down to 60 to see if he's there, you kind of can hit out up here and get a better price. Another trade was in CHK. I did this in the morning, and I didn't do anything on the, let's see. So I was really trading super small here just to kind of learn how to trade for the tape. So it opened up like, let me get a better look here. So there was some support here when it opened up, and I got in long some, and I sold kind of up there real quick, and I thought it was trying to bounce back because I had a long bias initially because of how it acted in the pre-market. Here, let me show you the pre-market. See how the pre-market, it started off down here and it was super strong. So initially I had a long bias, and I got in a little around here and sold real quick. I was just trading in and out of 100 shares. On this bounce back, I bought some close to the whole number, and then I sold some on the way up around here because I noticed that the seller was stepping over and stepping over. So finally, I had my last trade sort of down here. I was short there, and I wanted to stay short until I saw some momentum picking back up higher. So and then I hit out right here. Not too big of a deal. I mean, there wasn't really that big of a signal on the tape. I thought I saw something, and that made me that got me in it, and it worked, even though there was like no follow through at all. And I tried to keep going and see what else I can read off of it, but as you can see, it was kind of pretty choppy and didn't really have any direction. So that trade didn't work out. And that's it for my day trades. For my swing trades, as I told you yesterday, I bought some Microsoft towards the end of the day. It worked great in the morning, but here was the reason why I got in, just above the pre-market highs, and I was kind of expecting a break above the inside day for a good add to this trade. But as you can see from the intraday chart, it started off great, but then it gave back all its gains. So what turned out to be a pretty nice trade, still break even right now. So we'll see how it goes. I'm still in it. WDC, this is a different story. Remember yesterday I bought it because it was bouncing off 38.75 from the last couple of days, and also would have been an inside day today. So yeah, so that was a pretty nice buy, and I sold some towards the end of the day around 40 here. I'm still holding on to some though. Also new swing trades, Teva. I kind of liked it because you can kind of see that 46 recently was somewhat of a long-term level here. Oh, if I drew my line better, was somewhat of a long-term level. So I kind of liked it above 46, and today, yeah, it went above 46. But the problem is, towards the end of the day, it came right back down. So I'm still in it. I set my stop kind of wide just so I don't get stopped out like during the pre-market or after hours. I set my stop to below 45. So we'll see how that goes. I'll constantly monitor it and go from there. Cree, another stock that I was interested in. Yesterday it had well, it's actually 2 days ago now, had an inside day here. And yesterday it kind of broke above it but couldn't hold above it. So today I already had plans where if it was going above this inside day area, which also happens to be right where the inside week is, which is right here, then I would go long. So I did that today. I went long at 31.30s, and like I said, trade was working great, but then towards the end of the day, everything just dived down. So I'm still in this one too. No reason to get out now, um, as long as it's above this inside day right here. Stop's kind of wide, but um, that's my out right now. I still like it for a short-term swing. Kind of see that it's kind of wedging or whatever, and this is the breakout of it, but we'll see. My ad is for sure above this level, which happens to be above the inside month. Right, it'd be basically a 3-month high. So we'll see how that goes. For tomorrow we have quite a bit going on. CBS reported today. CBS reported today. They went up. Broadcom traded lower after the. Actually, no, it didn't know which direction it was going. Open traded much lower. Tomorrow morning we have MasterCard, CVS, and Comcast. So quite a bit of things going on tomorrow as well. And well, that's all for today. So I'll talk to you guys